Jamahal "Sweet Dreams" Hill is one of the UFC fighters the audience has recently been fascinated and interested in. He doesn't get the attention he deserves, and for the satisfaction of our viewers, we prepared what you surely want to see. So without further ado, make yourself comfortable, grab your favorite snacks, and enjoy a head-to-toe analysis of Jamahal Hill. Where do we start if not at the beginning, right? Jamahal Hill was born in 1991 in Chicago, Illinois, United States. At the age of 12, he moved to Grand Rapids and graduated from high school in Wyoming, Michigan. Sweet Dreams started his martial arts adventure with boxing and showed signs of determination and passion for the sport, especially when he discovered how talented he was with his hands. Once you come to the combat sports gym, you'll hardly want to leave it. It was the same with Jamahal, who was in the mood to learn about different types of fighting. In 2010, he became a member of the Black Line Jiu-Jitsu team from Michigan and credits his success to those people. It comes from how I was raised, and that is who I am. A lot of the people that are still with me have been people that have been with me since day one. I feel, especially with the connection I have with my coaches, that they're my family, and I like to feel like I'm around family. Humble as they come, in addition to his strong will and character, Jamahal can boast of loyalty because, from the beginning to this day, he performs under the banner of the primary club. Hill is a man who will always motivate you if you're in his company. He tries to be a positive example and actively interacts with his fans, which is a huge plus for his personality. His recipe for success is plain, as Jamahal aimed to be the best version of himself, worked hard for it, and never gave up. With such qualities, it was only a matter of time before Jamahal would succeed. After putting time into training with his MMA team, Sweet Dreams slowly but surely made his way toward his professional career. In that way, he left behind 11 amateur matches without defeat with 100% performance success. True, Hill admitted that for all his will and determination, he had frequent bouts of dark thoughts and doubts as he climbed through the amateur ranks. Will it work? What if not? Can this career pay the bills? The devil was evidently interested in him and tried to distract him from his work for years. But like any champion, Jamahal would train double after the negative whispers. After 7 years, on September 30th, 2017 to be exact, he appeared in his first professional match for Knockout Promotions at their 58th event. Successful after 3 rounds, he defeated Alex Davidson by decision, and he returned in December to capture a knockout victory against Mike Johnson in the first round. Following another victory against William Vincent in April 2018, Hill got the opportunity to taste the first gold in his career as the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship was on the line in just 2 months against Daquan Townsend. After 5 rounds, the determined Hill celebrated the victory and won the title against a fighter 5 years older and 23 matches more experienced. Jamahal became what he always dreamed of being, but it didn't end there because his hunger began to grow further. Only one more match separated him from the big scene, and little did he know that after sending William Vincent into retirement with a TKO in the first round, Hill would get a chance of a lifetime. All of his fights, Hill fought on his home turf in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but when the phone rang in 2019, Dana White called, and the next stop was clear: Las Vegas, Nevada. His opponent that night was Alexander Popik, whom Hill dominated in the second round and finished, thereby winning a long-awaited UFC contract. After each match, Sweet Dreams returned to the arena better and hungrier. In 2020, i.e. the first year as a UFC fighter, he was exceptionally active, fighting in 3 matches. Hill defeated Darko Stosic by decision, Lidson Abreu by TKO in the first round, and former challenger for the title Ovince St. Preux, for whom he did not even need a full round. However, there was a minor setback when the news came out that Jamahal failed a drug test for marijuana and received a temporary suspension. Hill's victory against Lidson Abreu was overturned into a no contest.
I think it's dumb as hell. I didn't think they need to focus energy on things that actually matter and not goofy shit like that.
It's safe to say Jamahal was upset but not swept away in his cause. Even the champions have to relax from time to time, right? However, things went off track for the light heavyweight fighter, who returned in June 2021 and suffered his first loss against submission artist Paul Craig in a short and painful fight. As one bad thing leads to another, Sweet Dreams' arm got dislocated at the elbow joint, but after the referee failed to see things as they were, he stopped the match after a tight triangle submission and several blows to the head by the Scottish fighter Paul, leaving Hill in disbelief but showing everyone how tough he was. If you thought this bothered him, you'd be wrong, because Hill returned after only 6 months and he was on fire. 3 bouts, 3 finishes, and 3 bonuses for each of them. What is impressive is the competition Jamahal went through. Jimmy Crute and Johnny Walker went down in the first round, and do you remember the dangerous Thiago Santos, who went to a decision with John Jones in the title fight? Jamahal Hill finished him in the fourth round and proved his point that no one will stop him in his UFC conquest for gold. After being scheduled to fight Anthony Smith, Hill got rebooked to headline UFC 283 against Glover Teixeira for the title. Another phone call that made the future champion excited and pumped up. Hill showcased impressive skills in a 5-round war, earning a unanimous decision win and becoming the first Dana White's Contender Series alum to become the UFC champion with his dream finally fulfilled. Sweet Dreams uses a southpaw stance while practicing forward pressure, making opponents busy with him throwing punches. Hill's a wonderful counterpuncher, skilled in boxing with a precise right hook, as seen in the fight against Walker and Crute. The UFC's light heavyweight is relentless with his punches and looks like he could throw them all night, clearly enjoying himself. As Joe Rogan says, he's long and strong with slick timing. In 6 years of competition, Jamahal achieved 12 victories, 7 of which were by knockout because that guy has power. We must not forget the danger in his kicks that echoed off the head of Glover Teixeira. Hill is kicking from the top to the bottom. However, his grappling remains under question mark, as Sweet Dreams has been perfect with his striking in 8 appearances for the UFC. That shadow of doubt is present, especially after his 1-round loss to Paul Craig, which he didn't land a single punch. Nonetheless, Hill says that he has faith in his wrestling game, and that the reason for his lack of grappling is that he mostly chooses to fight in stand-up. Let's not forget he had faith in himself before. Jamahal has a solid takedown defense that he loves to punish with knees. As we saw in the fight with Glover, he had as many as 7 defenses in the first round. However, Teixeira and Darko Stosic showed that Hill is not impossible to be taken down. Jamahal has displayed so far that he has no problem with fighters taking him down as long as they can't keep him down. Sweet Dreams reached the championship with his boxing techniques, and considering that he comes from an MMA gym with a primary BJJ base, we might be positively surprised at his secret grappling abilities in the continuation of his career. That life is paved with obstacles, even if you're a world champion, was proven to us by Jamahal when he announced on July 14th that he tore his Achilles tendon while playing basketball and was forced to relinquish the UFC Light Heavyweight title. This can serve as evidence of his character, who is aware that even though he's the champion, he should not hold back the other fighters from the division. Accordingly, it also shows his determination to fight for the belt again without any problems. On the plus side, Hill will most likely get his chance as soon as he can return to the cage. Who could be his opponent? The question arises. After the fight for the vacant championship between Yuri Prochaska and Alex Pereira in the recent past, I think the answer to the above question is clear to all of us. Jamahal wasted no time and immediately called out Pereira's victory, and we can guarantee you that we will see a showdown of superb striking and hardly any grappling exchanges. Hill is aware of Alex's power, but feels that wrestling is not the only way to neutralize the Brazilian.
Mark my words when I say this. There will be no, I do not plan on taking him down. I do not plan on wrestling him.
Showing a lot of respect to Alex, but with a warning.
So that way, whenever I come back, I'm going to sleep your boy. Alex is nobody's, it's right here, bro. It's right here. There is nobody else. It's just me.
It's safe to say that he can't wait for his return, re-winning title, and to shut up the haters. It is important to draw attention to Magomed Ankalaev, who lost his title in front of his nose after a controversial referee's decision last year. The Russian fighter will renew the match against Johnny Walker and be one step closer to the title. Given his quality striking and even better wrestling, it will be interesting to see this matchup in the future.